Well, let's talk about commodities now. And Manisha is here with what is top of mind as always. Manisha, morning.
Morning, Prashant. Thank you for that. Well, I'm looking at metals yet again, and that is because all the gains that we saw in the month of August now really seem to be easing off, especially in case of copper. We are just about positive for the month of August. There was a time that we were up by nearly 7 to 10% for this metal and for various others as well. So copper prices, for one, have continued to decline. Today is a fourth straight day of that. The Chinese demand concerns really seem to be weighing on because all the economic data that is coming in from China, whether it is about housing or manufacturing, has continued to be on the weaker side, and all the stimulus measures that we have seen, and there have been plenty by the way, but they haven't been strong enough or big bang enough for the markets to take their cue or change their structures there, and that's what's weighing on. Well, if you look at the LME inventories, we have seen gains onto that one too. With the kind of gains that we've seen overnight, the LME inventories now stand at a 322,000 tons, which is the highest in last 5 years. Also, the spot in sense of LME is at a discount now to the 3-month futures. Chinese copper prices also have continued to decline. BHP has come out with a report suggesting that last year Chinese demand was 6% on the higher side, while this year that demand has been curtailed to 1 to 2% on the higher side, but there is a demand growth nonetheless. Also, Nvidia, which is heavily invested within copper, has seen earnings kind of decline, and that outlook also is weighing. Nvidia, remember, is heavily dependent on copper-intensive data centers construction, and we have seen demand for that also see a bit of a weaker side. Also, there are concerns about renewed trade wars between China and the Western world, and that could hamper the copper demand as well. Markets also are looking at various other energy and metal prices continuing to decline. Coal prices, for example, are now trading at a 4-week lows. In the last 1 month, we stood all trading in the positive, but the higher sides in coal have not been able to hold on. Within metal sector itself, steel prices have continued to decline for a second straight day today, nearly 2% down. It's off 1-month highs for that one. Aluminum prices have come off its 2-month highs as well as supplies show increase. The only thing that the markets will watch out for before we end this week is going to be the US inflation data. If that comes in any sense on the positive side, you could be looking at yet another weakness into the markets, but that data will tell you on how the metals will now perform for the next week.
All right, Manisha, thank you very much for that. That is commodities in focus. But